here's a short summary, like a little abstract at the beginning that explains everything, and it can be universally understood. I cooked. Do I make the play where I might be able to send Killian home and keep my idol with risk of I don't even know if that's the plan? Or do I make the play of keeping it safe, playing my idol, and seeing what happens? I go ahead, I take the risk, I shoot my shot, flip my vote onto Killian with pretty much no one in the game knowing that I was gonna do that, and look who goes home.
I think that I'm in a great spot in this game. I feel great. I'm struggling to find a situation where I go home too soon. The only way that I go home sooner than I want to is if they all have a conversation when I'm not around and realize, hey man, that kid Max, he's acting dumb, but he's running this whole game. We should get him out. Hopefully that conversation never happens.
Say I was already a decent sized threat. Now I'm off the screen. You can still see you can't even see my hands anymore. That's how big of a threat whatever.
So here's the deal. There's 7 people left. 2 of which I'm working with, not including you obviously, because we never vote together. So I want Jacob, Max, or Isabella gone.
If we're in an alliance and we're working together, we need to be doing things that like benefit both of our gameplays and alliances, and I've done that. And she is voting on everyone I'm working with, so it doesn't seem like it's benefiting me at all.
My thoughts are, I want Grace or Madison out. Okay, my thoughts are, you've gotten everyone you wanted out, and for once, I've been on the wrong side of every vote. I'm already not gonna win the game. Might as well make it fair.
I've really been trying to convince Max to like vote with us on our side because it makes sense to vote out someone who's never actually gonna play their idol, right?
Madison and them want to get Jacob out. So like Madison for sure, Avery for sure, and Grace for sure are all voting Jacob. So that's 3 for Jacob, right? Well, on the other side, you know, from what I've talked to Bella and Juliet and Jacob about, you know, all 3 are voting Madison. Now, I don't know what to do. I got some thinking to do. I feel like it's both 2 good options. But yeah, I don't know how this keeps happening. I don't know how I keep accidentally putting myself right in the middle. Snap. Oh. Sorry, I thought you got too adjusted.
Yeah, I was like, I saw it.
All right. Congratulations, Isabella. All right, Isabella's safe. She's now in the final 6.
I don't know. I'm so sorry. I don't know what else. Nah, man. I screwed this up. Yeah, this was not intentional, but that was intentional.
We're tied again. 3 Madison, 3 Jacob. 1 vote left. The 12th person voted out of SurvivorUTK and the 6th member of our jury, Madison.
And I've made some really cool relationships out of this game, and honestly, I've won more than anybody else will. So that's that.
Okay, so yesterday we voted out Madison. Pretty straightforward. I didn't have a lot of options. I did say earlier in the day before we voted her out, I texted Juliet, Max, Isabella, look, I'm voting for Madison. If you guys have any opposition to that, just tell me, but if not, let's vote for her. And that's what ended up happening.
So that was pretty eventful. Jacob didn't play the idol. One of us should have flipped, but we couldn't because Jacob told me that Madison, Avery, and Grace wanted to get me out, and when they found out I wanted immunity, they were like, fuck. So I'm really happy about that.
Before Tribal and after the challenge, I get that funny feeling like, oh shoot, I'm technically vulnerable tonight. And they just voted for me, what, twice in a row? Let's just, boom, another one. Let's just vote him again for a 3rd time. So I just get that feeling, hey, more votes are going on me. So I need to go and solidify my group that I have so they don't vote me out. I saw that after she had won the challenge, the other girls, not Juliet, Grace, Madison, and Avery, they looked a little visibly upset that she won. So what do? After she wins, I congratulate her, tell her, hey, they didn't look too happy that you won. Look, these girls, they hate you. You need to vote with me. Can we just vote Madison tonight? She was so pissed at you. She don't want to see you win.
So this was probably the most boring round of Survivor this whole game. And I won immunity. So this should be the most exciting. Today was so boring. Nobody was talking. Avery, I know you're mad, but girl, you literally did this to yourself. You were lucky that it wasn't you going home tonight, because I tried working with you. I tried asking what you guys were voting, and for you to not tell me to just vote Jacob and be on the wrong side of the votes, what does that do for you? Nothing. And I know that my name was being thrown out because Jacob told me, and when I won immunity, apparently Madison, Grace, and Avery were like, fuck. So this actually came in handy a lot, because I do think that they would have tried to pull Jacob. So I'm glad that I won this. I'm glad this saved me.
So last week, I felt like I was at the center of the vote, where I could either vote out Jacob or do the safe option and vote out Madison. And I wanted to do Jacob. I think me, Bella, and Juliet, we were all on the same page. Like, getting out Jacob would have been the right thing. But we didn't know if he was going to play the idol or not. Obviously, no idol was played. So now we look really dumb having voted out Madison when they were one vote away from voting out Jacob. That could have been me. It was my mistake. I messed up. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was a learning event. I don't know. I was just wrong. It was just dumb.
Madison went home last night. I immediately regretted my decision once I voted Madison and like Nate started reading the votes. Jacob didn't even think about playing his idol. And so, I mean, I could have totally and randomly blindsided him and his idol would have gone home. So that's like actually on me.
But the upside is, at least I think we have a plan for this week, because think about it. There's 6 people left. So he can only use the idol until there's 5 people. Like, when there's 5 people left, that's the last time he could use it. So he could either use it now with 6 or next week with 5. So there's 2 weeks where he could go home and only 1 idol. So like, math checks out, bro. We're good.
Like, literally the entire time I was like, oh, Bella, please flip and just don't tell me. Or like, Max, please flip and don't tell me. Like, I won't be mad, just like saying that in my head. So I one of us should have flipped to get Jacob home. Get Jacob out, but we didn't. So
Hey guys, so Avery here, just got back from the challenge and the tribal tonight. Challenge was fun. That was definitely a new one. Nani, I shook like you. But as far as what happened at tribal, Madison, Grace, and I decided we were going to vote Jacob. He's been saying he's going to play the idol for the last month. Hasn't played it. We figured he's not going to play it tonight either, especially if he knows that he has the votes. We told Max that, thinking that Max would want to make a big move and work with us, considering Max and I particularly had our own alliance. Told Max that. Guess what? Max flipped again, back to red, and Madison went home, which is just fantastic for me. She was my closest ally left in the game, and I am not happy that she got voted out.
So Madison got voted out this week. Again, up against Jacob. We're this close to getting Jacob out. Again, didn't play his idol. At this point, I don't think he's gonna play his idol. He says it every week. And he hasn't played it the last 2 times. And we could have gotten out either of those 2 times. I don't get it. But that's just me. Apparently, it's just me.
I would have loved to have prevented that and have Max vote Jacob so then Jacob could go. I would have asked Juliet to vote Jacob, but I don't think she would have. We're working together, but at this point, it's not even working together because every single vote has been in her favor and not a single vote has been in benefit of me.
I tried working with Grace. I tried working with Avery today. I would have voted Jacob 100% if they would have told me that they were voting Jacob. 100%. I would have voted that way. They can be mad all they want, but like, I don't know, if they just want information from me and they're not going to give me any information, it doesn't work like that. Not at all. 0. So, if that's how you want to play the game, you're next. Like, I don't really know what to tell you unless if you want immunity.
And now that Madison is gone, it's the 4 of them, one of which is supposed to be working with me, versus Grace and I. So I don't know how Juliet is going to sway them away from voting out me next. If I win a challenge, the odds of that happening are slim. It's going to be Grace, and if I don't win, I'm next. So
what I think is going to happen is I've talked to Bella and Juliet about this, and they're both on the same page. Like, we just got to try and get him out this week. And if he plays his idol, it's going to be really awkward, and it's not going to be super cool. But then at least next week, he won't have the idol, and we could try again. So I think all of us, besides Jacob, are on the same page.
But so, we make a plan every single week to get him out. At this point, I'm not making plans. At this point, I'm just writing it out. I got Avery. I have Max sometimes. I've talked to the other girls. It's a here and there. We're kind of all over the place. We're just kicking. At this point, that's all you can really do. We're just out here, man.
All right, so where we're at the game right now, I don't know. I know there's some funny business going on. Like, I know that, like, my alliances that I have are obviously not the only alliances in this game. And, like, I know there's still people that I might have a couple votes with for a little bit longer. But I think I'd be foolish to think that my alliances and my alliances only are going to carry me through this game. I think that the people I am connected with are very important, but, like, I'd be foolish to think if Max, Juliet, Bella, I don't know, they could have stuff going on with, like, the other girls left on the other side that we keep voting against. I don't really know. All I know is that I am in this for me, and I really don't care how I get to the end, but I need to get to the end. And that might come with a little bit of luck, but I know I just can't rely solely on the people that I have these alliances with, because they may have priorities with people that, like, they have also alliances with, because everybody has their own stuff going on. It's not just like me.
And then I think what I'm going to try and do is just say, hey, Jacob, we're going with Grace. Let's do the safe thing. Let's move on. And hopefully, if he just doesn't suspect it, then he just won't play the idol, and we'll vote him out. I mean, piece of cake. Now, he could win the challenge, I guess, but there's 6 of us. So, like, as long as literally anybody besides him, we're chilling. Corner 3, universe on the line. Do you want Iguodala? I don't know. I'm not taking Iguodala. Iguodala is Jacob in this sense.
It's getting scary because it's getting down to the last, there's 6 people left. It's getting down to, like, the end. It's getting down to, like, the last moments, and where everyone's kind of like a threat, everyone's name's getting thrown out there. However, I've noticed that, like, Max and Juliet's names just, like, haven't really been thrown out, and that definitely worries me. But at the same time, who knows?
Yeah, it's like every single week it's becoming more and more obvious to me that Juliet is going to be impossible to get out until 4. And, come back to this when it happens, but I think if I have that chance at 4, I've got to let it go. If I can get there, I think she's got to be my vote. I think if it comes down to 4, Juliet's got to go. I don't know what stuff she has going on other than, like, we have our little tight-knit thing, but I don't know how far that really takes me. I don't know, this is tough because she has, like, so much protection. Like, she has the idol, so no one wants to vote for her. Same reason people, well, they still do vote for me. But people really don't want to vote for her because, like, I've never heard anybody bring up her name to voting her out, except for, I don't know. But yeah, it's becoming more obvious that the only chance to get her out is 4. So I got to keep putting on my act like, yeah, we're going to the end. And then at 4, you got to go. Well, I don't know. It's getting tough. Zaboomafu.
And I mean, at this point, getting closer and closer to that endgame, the final 6, like, just gotta try to hope Once you get some challenges you can win. Who knows? Just try to get immunity. That's the best you got.
Hey guys, Avery here. So today was funny. Juliet and I had class together. We have class together every day, but today we have class together, and she could tell that obviously I was upset. Avery was really upset for a bunch of reasons, but basically we have class together, and as we all know, and I like walk out of class, and Avery's actually the kindest person, and it's usually always like, hey buddy, hey girl, like what's up? Woman did not look at me, did not look my way, didn't even say hi to me, wouldn't make eye contact with me. I was like, this girl is upset. Yesterday at the tribal, just because not only am I the only member of Blue Tribe left, but I've been working with like Savannah and Madison the whole game, and now it's literally just Grace and I versus the 4 of them. So she knew I was mad. So I was like, Avery, like, can we talk? No, I don't want to talk. Okay, well, I know you're upset, so I'd love to like talk to you. No, I don't want to talk about Survivor right now. Avery, I know you're upset. Let me just hear you out and like apologize for things. So we talked about it, thought about it. Hey guys, so we're here. We just had a 45-minute fight. Basically there was a miscommunication with the communication majors, and we didn't record any of it because honestly, you don't want to see it. You didn't want to see that. It was fine. It was fine. But basically, we should have had a better plan back before Savannah got voted out. That would have prevented. I should have voted out Jacob yesterday. Yeah. So. Mistake on my part for not explaining that better. And mistake on my part for not voting out Jacob. Yeah. In my last confessional, right after the challenge and the tribal last night, I said that it felt like Juliet and I were more so just sharing information. We weren't actually working together because every vote has been in her favor, or she's voted out like everyone that I'm working with. So that was the main thing that I like told her about it, and she agreed that my point was valid. We probably talked for like an hour. She basically told me about all of her concerns and how upset she was and how she's been prioritizing me and her alliance. It seemed like there was a miscommunication to where she believed that she was going to do everything in her power to protect me and my closest allies. However, I have 3, so like that's hard to do. And basically she was upset that I didn't carry my end of the deal because the past 3 weeks, I've gotten out every single person that she's worked with. We're good now, though, right? We're good. We're good. Okay. She wishes she voted out Jacob last night, so we talked it all out. We're good. And I told her, I was like, Avery, my allegiance is like to you, and it's not to the people you work with. And these people I don't know. A, B, these people don't like me and have outwardly said that. So like, why would I stick out my neck for Savannah or Madison or Killian, who like have tried to put my name down or like just have talked about me? Like that just doesn't sit right with me. So I've tried to explain that to her. We are all good, but that conversation was lengthy and it was an hour, and you guys didn't need to see that. In other news, here's when I knew I'd run into trouble, but I didn't think I was gonna make it this far. Basically, there's 6 people left in the game. 5 of which, including myself, are my closest allies. So I actually have to flip on someone now, which I'm not happy about. And what's the plan for tomorrow?
Plan hopefully tomorrow is that we all vote Jacob.
I am voting for Grace. I have told Juliet, Isabella, and Max, and they all seem on board. If I get a weird feeling, I can play my idol. If there was 1 week, I've said this a lot, but if they wanted to before 5, where I would be safe next vote, no matter what, with my idol, they wanted to, a great time would be now to take me out. And all it would take probably is Isabella and Max flipping to vote with Avery and Grace.
Final thoughts? Hopefully Final 4 is me, Avery, Max, Bella.
Final. That's not what we said inside.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't. You said we had to split up Max and Bella.
Oh yeah, we did.
I really love Bella. I don't want to flip on Bella. I love Max. I don't want to flip on Max. Jacob is the one I'm most willing to flip on. If he wins immunity, actually, I don't have a plan for that. I need to think 4 steps ahead, but I currently
do not have capacity for that in this moment. In 2 hours, I will have capacity. So that's what's going on. That is your Survivor update. I think that's all I have. Okay, bye.
Final 3.
Hopefully Final 4 is
Me, you, Grace, and Max. That's what we said inside.
Yeah, okay.
Are you changing your mind?
It doesn't really matter.
Okay, and then final 3 would be hopefully me, Grace, and Juliet. I'll be shocked if I make it that far. Juliet will probably win, which she doesn't think, but I disagree. That's the vlog.
That's it.
I talked to Max too. He said that I was right to ask him to vote Jacob, and that he apologized and said that he was scared in the moment to do it because he didn't know if Jacob was going to play his idol, which is very valid. But yeah, guys, this game is hard, and I think it looks a lot easier on YouTube, TV, phones, iPads. I don't know. The game is going to look easier when you're watching it. So I think that's something to keep in mind as you watch this. It's not easy. It might look easy, but it's not.
Okay, so I'm currently watching episode 11 from season 1, and I've watched this season like already, but I'm going back and like before every challenge I look over that episode again just to like prepare myself for like what the challenge could be or something.
Nate, our awesome host, Nate. Sorry, that sounded sarcastic. But he said to bring a marker to the challenge, which makes me sort of think that it's like a game trivia challenge. Like they did it in the first season. It's, ask questions about what's going on in the game and stuff.
What was the difference in the tribe's scores in the PRT?
Oh.
By a score of 71 to 72. Oh my God. Blue Tribe.
So I went back and watched the first season episode, or at least the challenge part, and I took similar questions from then, and I made a Quizlet with stuff that has happened in the game. I'm not sure how accurate my answers are, because I don't remember a lot of the stuff, like stuff that's happened in challenges and stuff, but I think I have a good shot at winning if it's simply like trivia stuff, but we will see.
And I am starting to feel a little sick. So I just looked at the challenge, and that was like when they split up into 3 teams and were like all over the place.
For today's challenge, you're going to be split into 2 teams of 3.
That was fun. I can't breathe. So I get pneumonia for this shit? I better fucking win. Alright?
I'm just really not in the mood for that, so I hope that that's not the challenge. So I think tonight is either Jacob or Grace. Jacob is the best bet, obviously. But if he plays that idol, I'm screwed.
I could just lose again and I might not win a challenge ever. But yeah, we've got Tribal tonight, and if it's gonna go the way I want it to, it'll be Grace going tonight. And if she loses, I'm gonna flip it to Avery, probably, but yeah, that's how it should go.
It's getting to the point where like who wins does matter, the challenges, because there's less people to vote out. So like having a backup plan was so much easier when there was more people in.
Welcome to the next challenge. First, Isabella, I need immunity back, please. All right, immunity is back up for grabs. We're gonna start this challenge off a little bit sketch. You all have your buffs. And we're going to bring you into that room, into Strong, blindfolded. So, we're gonna go in there. You'll have your buffs as blindfolds. And once we get in there, I'll sit you down at your designated spot, and then I'll explain the challenge once we're in there blindfolded. So, let's go.
Somebody grab me. My voice. This is my voice. Who's taking my hand? Oh, who is this? Who is this?
Juliet.
Let's go.
Jacob, we got this.
Oh, that's someone's back.
Jacob, where are you? Who's touching me?
Okay. Everyone grab your person.
Hey, Juliet.
Hey, Tanner.
Grab your person. Grab your
Who is in front of me?
chair.
One. Take a very small step. Somebody flip this mic.
Okay. So, now we're about to start the challenge. You're all blindfolded. You don't know what's in front of you. Don't take your blindfold off until I say. But when you do, there's going to be a word search in front of you. You're going to use your marker to find 18 words. Each word is connected by a letter with at least one other word. When you find all 18 words, you're going to take all of the intersecting letters, write them down on your scratch sheet of paper, and form a phrase. The first person to give me that phrase wins immunity. 3, 2, 1, go.
I love crosswords.
I almost did that, but then I didn't. Do what? Nothing horizontally backwards.
Give me something. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my god. I didn't know how strong it was. Alright, Nate.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You're good. You're good.
Am I allowed to stand to look at my own? We need a wide angle here. I need a new perspective.
For some reason, I don't think that helped.
That did not work.
Well, I was feeling good to start. I was kind of on a roll. Now I feel like I've hit a stump. There's 2 words. Like, I know the words have intersecting letters, but I can't seem to find them. So right now I'm just trying to find the words that I think would be on here. I have 6 more to go, so kind of close, but I know Jacob is more than me because he keeps asking if there's 16 or 18, so I'm going to try to catch up to him.
Just trying to think of words. I'm looking for them.
So, how are you feeling right about now?
Well, Trey, let me tell you. Not too good.
This might take, I don't know where they're at, but it's going to be a while. How are we feeling right now, Grace?
Not doing great. I swear he can't spell. I feel like I had it right, and it just wasn't it. I don't know. At this point, I'm like, it could be anything. So my guess is, I have first day Sakuse. I don't know English. Yeah, I've got some good ones. Fierce Tuesdays. I don't know. I guess a lot. Fires Tuesdays, South Carolina. Yeah, this is really hard. I'm doing my best. I think Sakuse is a good option.
You know what? You know when you fall behind in Mario Kart and you're so far behind that you just start crashing into other people? I'm right there. Okay, so we've been doing this challenge now for an hour and a half. Oh, an hour and a half. Or longer. It's been a really long time. We're all tired. We already missed our reservation for tribal council, so that whole time has passed. It's gone way later than we expected.
Yeah. When I said the last word, I was like, it's not Susei. We've already figured that out.
My foot's asleep.
When are we allowed to take off the blindfolds?
Wait! You guys got your blindfolds off this whole time? Sorry, excuse my friends loud.
Oh. Is that right? Hey, why don't you just stay up here?
Alright, Jacob wins immunity.
Yes! Ha ha ha. Yeah, Clem. What time is it, bro? Holy shit. Can we just vote somebody out real quick?
Okay, congratulations, Jacob. You're now in the final 5. Thank God he solved that. That was by far the longest and hopefully the longest challenge we will ever have in this show. And now we're doing tribal council right now. We had a reservation, but we've already surpassed the end of that reservation. So we're just going to do it in here. Okay, we'll give y'all a few minutes to do your strategy. Okay, tribal council time now.
That challenge sucked. That was horrible. And also it is unfortunate that Jacob won. Jacob winning was the worst possible thing. Literally the worst. Anything else would have been better because now we can't get him out. So now it has to be Grace. And then next week it'll have to be Avery if things go right. And then it'll be us 4 and we'll have to beat Jacob for us 3 to make it.
Here's our idea, and you can be straight up with us and tell us what because we're not oblivious. Like we know.
Yeah, we know it's
either going to be one of us, or we had the idea of voting Max. Mm-hmm. And as much as I don't want him to get out, like
we don't want to vote anybody.
No, and especially like him. But it's the next option in line because
Mm-hmm.
next week there's 6 of us now. Mm-hmm. Vote out Max this week. Hopefully.
Because he's likely to win. If he gets to the end, he's likely
I don't
to
think
win.
anyone should want to take him to the end. I don't think that's a chance. Like, it doesn't even matter if he hasn't had good strategy or done anything. Like that is his strategy.
No, yeah.
Here's my plan. Okay. I'm going to vote out Grace next week when it's written down. It's the last time I can live it. I can play my idol for Avery because my name won't be written down. And no one will know. Okay, bye.
Honestly, I could care less what the rest of them do. I'm good till 4. I'm just gonna write down the name I said I would. Simple as that.
So I say vote him out this week, the 4 of us girls, and then if Jacob wins next week, it'll be one of us, which is cool. We can accept that. Mm-hmm. Or if he doesn't win, we can try to get him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying I think it's better to, since we can't vote him out this week. Mm-hmm. That's our best option. Or if you want to vote one of us, that's cool too. But I don't know your thoughts on voting Max.
I honestly didn't even think I had to think about any of this until he won.
However, I have a weird feeling right now that if there was any time to get me out, it's in about 10 minutes. Because if you think about it, Jacob's safe. I'm the only other guy left. Avery and Grace are desperate. So who should they go talk to? They should go talk to the 2 other girls and try and convince them to vote me out. I think those conversations will happen. I'm just, at the end of the day, going to have to be betting that Bella and Juliet don't listen to them.
Welcome, Final Six to Tribal Council. This is right after our little break period. Gave you a little bit of time to strategize and talk about what's going to happen. And unfortunately, after this, there will only be 5 of you left in the game. So I'm going to start it off with Jacob. Jacob, just straight up, how does it feel to have secured your spot in the Final 5?
It feels good. Feels real good. I don't know, that challenge took way too long, and I have more statistics homework to do after this, so I'm glad it finally ended. I'm honestly more happy that it just ended and I won.
All right, Grace. So you were on the last part of that challenge, just unscrambling the letters for like, I think 45 minutes.
This could have been done an hour earlier.
So the slogan of Survivor is outwit, outplay, outlast. Which up to this point, I want each of you to answer, which up to this point do you think you exemplify most? Outwit, outplay, or outlast?
I'm gonna go with outlast, simply as the last player on the white team. I haven't done much of anything else. If there was a fourth option, I'd probably be that one. Thank you.
I guess we've all outlasted the same amount so far, and this is the first challenge I've won, so I guess outwit would be my answer.
Yeah, I would second the outlast because I'm the only member from Blue Tribe, but also outwit considering I haven't won a challenge. I've come close though, guys. I'm not like coming in last every challenge, which is what I think a lot of people think, which I don't appreciate it.
Mine's probably outwit.
I think I like that word outplay, but not the play part of like winning, but the play part of like having fun. You're not having more fun. I promise you that. Put my money on that. Put my money like we don't talk about that bet. Never mind. Sorry, that's an off-camera joke, but he lost big money tonight.
How much money did you lose? You lost $5.
All the balloons gone down the drain.
I don't have an answer to your initial question, but if I were to answer your question on the opposite side, I definitely haven't outplayed anyone because I literally have not won a challenge yet. So,
really.
So, we're getting towards the end of the game, and at the end, as you know, the jury is going to end up voting for the winner. So, I want you to answer with a number. If the game were to end right now, how many of the jury members do you think you could get to vote for you?
honestly, the jury is made up of people who don't love me, so I'm gonna say 0.
Let me just again reiterate how dope that jury is, man. Just the coolest jury ever. So nice. I'm just playing. I don't know. You think I could beat you?
I think you could beat me.
One. No, I'm just playing. I don't know.
Kind of similar to Juliet. I feel like I've made a lot of people on the jury mad, so I'd probably say 0 too.
Give a real answer.
Says the politician. That's crazy.
Yeah, let's get on the SBA jokes, guys. What are we doing here?
I don't know. My Blue Tribe members are over there, so I'd like to think that they have my back. But as far as beating anyone over here, I don't think my chances are great. But maybe they're great. I don't know.
Do I still answer?
Jacob's gonna give a number. He's the only one.
Are there 5 others? Are there 5 left?
I'm gonna go with 4.
Yeah, I really don't know. I like the people on the jury. I got my one white tribe guy. Let's go! Yeah, I feel like I have as good a chance as anyone else to win. So.
What's going on?
She fell out of her chair.
Sorry, guys.
What'd you do?
It's something that Max did.
No, I know it's something Max did.
Can we roll that back? Spit out the water.
All right. It's been 3 hours. I'm tired. I want to go home. I know you guys do too. So, short tribal council. With that, it's time to vote. Grace, you're up first.
At this point in time, I don't really want to vote anybody out, but this is our only real move for this week, so we'll see how it goes.
If Max asks, I'll blame it on Jacob. We're homies though. He owes me for not voting out Jacob for the last 3 weeks, so.
All right. Now I'm in control of the letters. I pick the letters now. If it's not this person and it's me, I'm gonna cry real tears on camera. I promise you that. I promise you that.
All right, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Max. Max, that's 2 votes, Max. Grace. We're tied. 2 votes Max, 2 votes Grace. Grace. That's 3 votes Grace, 2 votes Max, 1 vote left. The 13th person voted out of SurvivorUTK and the 7th member of our jury, Grace.
I will say thank you all for spelling my name right. I wasn't looking for it.
Hi, Grace.
Hi.
Definitely everyone else.
Okay, congratulations for making it to the final 5. You've made it a very long way. You've done a lot of hard stuff. You voted out a lot of people. You've competed in one of the hardest and definitely the longest by far challenge that we've ever had and that we ever will have, because that sucked. The finale is coming up and I hope you make it there. So good luck. I'll see y'all at the next challenge.
I pretty much knew it was gonna be me or Avery this week. I mean, it's been a great run. R.I.P. the White Tribe. Long live, but you know, I had a great run. I made a lot of friends. And it was a great end of my senior year.
All right, let's go out here.
This is so Boo! Hey, wait, can we take him off?
Yeah.
No. Also, anybody know the score of the Lakers game? All right, Max, come on. Wait, I'm lost.
Hey guys, thanks for making it to the end of the episode. If you go to the description or click the QR code right here, it'll take you to a Google Forms where you can give us feedback on the episode, tell us what you thought of the challenge, vote for your favorite players, vote for who you think is going to win, and other fun stuff like that. And we really, really appreciate the feedback. So if you guys want to fill that out, it's much appreciated.